Good afternoon, YouTubers. This will be the first review of the two Morons Airsoft reviewers. I am Kevin.
And I'm Rob.
And today we bring you the DBoys Kar98. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's something to cry over.
ABS plastic and full metal.
What'd you say? I guess pot metal?
I don't know, sort of alloy. I have never checked if it's magnetic, but...
And yes, the bolt is a bit to get used to.
Yes.
Quite temperamental.
Okay, so in the box, you get the gun, a mental little manual showing the general McJanker of the gun. You get 5 of these beautiful shells.
That scratch easily.
Not too bad, not too bad. And you don't get this, I added that in there. You get a mental waiver, and that's just something from Airsoft GI where I ordered this off of. That's the site I recommend. I also added in a cloth cleaning it. It requires some cleaning when you get it.
Yes.
So let us start with the outside of the gun. Now the outside is very nice with like very impressive ABS plastic.
Nice and thick. Feels
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty hefty gun.
It feels good. That does feel quite nice for plastic.
Now the bolt doesn't always go smoothly. It's also something to get used to. You want to do it fast, but not too fast, or else the bolt won't work. So you have to do it just perfectly, like so. And always fire the gun after you do the bolt, or else it will fire when you undo the bolt.
It's interesting that it does that. I wonder.
Yes.
This gas gun is not that problem. I like the guns you can interchange the spring bolt for the gas bolt. I've only seen one of them, but it seems like an interesting concept.
Yes, I am. Why don't you show them how to do the shells?
Well, of course.
It sometimes does that if you pull the bolt back too far.
You do not field strip the weapon. I didn't even pull it back as hard as I usually do. You are in Purple Mountain. We'll cut this out.
No need. No need to cut it out.
Well, we are two morons. So.
Yeah, two morons, hence the name.
Alright, well first, after that, let's have you.
Why don't we bring it a little closer to the camera?
Okay. I think we're good about right here. We'll go in front of the table. That is weird.
Now, these are the shells right here. Very nice. They're shiny. They look pretty impressive. They make a nice noise when they hit the floor.
You don't want to do that, though. You don't want to exactly want to.
Yeah, not too much, or else you might dent them and they might not fire very well.
You haven't realized that this is not a skirmishing weapon.
Yes, it's mostly a collector's piece, although if you do... Yes, you just stick one BB in the front. Don't stick it in too far, or else it will go in and never come out.
And if you do, to remove the shell, you stick
something long and skinny.
Yeah, and you pull the bolt back without field stripping the weapon. You take shell
press in nice and
easily. Firm. Sometimes the BBs will come out and present. And
yes, I have had a couple incidences where BBs have gotten caught inside and shattered, causing just large trauma with the weapon. Something to get used to.
Yes, very.
That will happen to you if you get this gun.
Yes.
Not a con. You get used to it.
Should we put a blanket down so we can eject?
Yes, we should.
One right there.
You'll excuse me.
Yes, and we will.
Excuse me, YouTubers.
We can cut out some annoyingly long pieces if we need to. I do like the sights on this one though. I actually have seen Kar98s without the cover over the front sight.
I like the cover though.
Yeah, I think
much nicer.
I think it was a captured Russian piece. That's probably why. And of course, after
dang Ruskies.
After you charge your weapon,
not too fast. Don't field trip it.
I know. And then you pull the bolt back to eject the shell. and load another shell.
Now, while he is doing this, this gun costs about $125 to $112 on Airsoft GI, which I recommend. It's a nice site. They have many coupon codes.
It's like 1/10 the price of the Tanaka.
And my friend Robert here says that they actually take the gun out of the box and test it before they give it to you.
Yes, I got the clip with my M4 over there. It was clocked in at $398.
See this real quick?
Yes, you can.
Now here's some close-ups of the weapon. Very nice weapon. Adjustable sights here.
Do you think you could maybe get a view of the sights? I know it's a bit hard to do that. I've very rarely seen someone successfully do it. No, from the back. I don't.
That's the front of the gun.
Trying to shoot the gun like that. Boom.
Now this cleaning rod right here, it's kind of like an odd protrusion on the front of the gun. You can take it off, just unscrew it.
And for people that would like to do a bayonet charge, if you do take this into skirmish, which is not advisable, but you can, from a few places, can't remember the site of course, but I have seen rubber bayonets for Kar98s.
Yes, now I'm pretty sure that a real bayonet will not fit on this, but this is right here is the bayonet mount. You just slide it on, but I'm not sure if any bayonets will actually work.
I wonder if the one we have would fit on that. There's one right over in there. We can always test that theory. And as you see, it is very satisfying to eject shells from this gun. You know, unless you have problems with the bolt, then it's infuriating.
Now, where should I go next?
Well, maybe you should start from the front to the back with just features, aesthetics.
Alright, well, it has a metal butt plate right here. I hope you can see that. I'm not really sure what the camera is seeing right now.
Shooting at 720p.
And this right here is the rear sling mount. Move up to the metal trigger guard, metal bolt, safety right here. At this position right here, you can fire and do the bolt. Here, you can't fire, but you can still do the bolt. Right here, can't fire or do the bolt.
So half safety works on that, right, or not?
Yes,
okay.
I believe it does. Then sights right here, adjustable according to the amount of feet. Now, you actually want to estimate a distance and stick it into the sights and then do that because it's actually more accurate that way. And then the frontal sling mount and the whole metal front of the gun, sight hood, orange tip, kind of small.
It's not bad though. It's not as ugly as some of them.
The way you field strip the gun,
yeah.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, you open the bolt, pull about that far back, do this little switch right here, pull it out.
It's like the air socket. Well, the real
pull it out.
Socket.
Then there's the bolt.
And if you have problems or you damage your bolt, a new one is. You can buy a new bolt assembly from Airsoft GI for, well, last time I checked, roughly $75.
Now, to field strip this lower part of the gun, you take out the cleaning rod, which is actually very handy. Stick it in this little hole right here, push in, and then push it forward, making it come out. Then you can see through the entire gun. Then you just stick it back in, you just stick it in. Might want to check to see if it's in correctly on the top, and it looks like it is. So that's the general field stripping for the DBoys Kar98. Now the way you put the bolt back in is you pull the trigger, take the bolt. Could you help me with this?
Yeah. You want me to hold the gun or?
Yes, hold the gun and pull in the trigger, please. And you just make sure this little black thing is in place. And then stick it in.
And there you have the fully assembled DBoys Kar98 ABS metal version. And if you haven't already caught on, this is the spring version, although there is a gas version available.
Made by GNG.
And there DBoys did make a gas one. Yeah, they also made a wood one. I was looking at like 170, I think.
Yeah, well, there's also a GNG Kar98, which is a much more skirmish.
Yeah, it loads with magazines like the. I'll say it for your sake, the Garand.
Thank you.
It uses a Garand type magazine. There's some name for that, but I forget.
Yeah, some obsession with saying Garand, which is incorrect.
Oh yeah, before we are finished, should we see if This thing fits on the front of the head.
Sure.
It's been bugging me because I really wonder if it has a similar. At least I think it has a similar thing up front. See that?
What kind of bayonet is that for?
I don't know. It says 1891.
1891.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it does not fit.
Without that on there, it would actually fit on this. No.
That would look incredible.
That would look amazingly. That would actually look pretty intimidating.
I bet it would. You come into a skirmish with a gigantic, looks like 15-inch bayonet, and everyone will probably run away screaming. Okay.
And then you need to have a little iPod with Ryan the Valkyries playing in your web gear. That would just completely
be an intimidating sight.
And I guess if we're all finished up here, this has been the review of the DBoys Kar98.
Excuse us.
Excuse us. Terrible.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we should cover?
Not really, except for the. Yeah, there is nothing else left to cover. I don't think. Maybe we'll do an accuracy test later. I might have to empty out the SD card. And should we do the M4 or not?
Why not? Should we attach it to the same video?
Yeah, we'll do separate files. It'll be easier.
Alright. Well, I guess a little bit later, after this one arrives at YouTube, there will be another video on the Lancer Tactical M4A1, also bought from Airsoft GI.
In tan, the tan non-RAS version, the only RAS on it is. Well, we'll cover that next time. And,
any questions, and we will
answer them in the comments. Please no foul language. It is not needed. There is no purpose for it.
Or we will make another video explaining more.
Yes. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask or respond. We should be on there quite frequently.
Actually, let's say our own review on this gun. I personally love this gun to death. I love it. It's just.
It is an amazing piece of workmanship and I know DBoys is a Chinese company. It's really nice for
pretty nice internals. Pretty powerful actually. I took out the whole front of a jar once.
Glass or plastic?
Glass jar with this,
yes,
probably around 20 feet away.
I forgot to say this earlier, but this rifle, it would be considered the Kar98, but it could also be considered the ZF41 because it has
a scope mount. I have no clue where to get a scope though.
I know you can get off the $91.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that much though, personally, because
you can't. Putting a scope on an airsoft gun is not much to it. This doesn't shoot far enough. If it was like 500 FPS maybe. It's not a skirmishable gun anyway, and you're not going to use a scope for backyard flanking.
Yes, and it's a fairly accurate weapon. You just need to use the right weight BBs. I recommend .25s. I bought these off of just Walmart. Bought them off of Walmart. So,
yes,
I'd probably give this gun 4 out of 5 stars because, like, it can be difficult with the shells and doing the bolt. It's something to get used to. Not the most accurate weapon, fairly accurate, pretty good. I still love this weapon. Very, very high quality and reasonable price. I managed to get this for my birthday this year, so. And I guess that would be the review for the DBoys Kar98. Any questions, we will answer in the comments. Goodbye.